I want you to set aside other tasks which may disturb you while enjoying the lessons. Follow carefully all the contents and instructions indicated on every page of this module. Write in your notebook the concept about the lessons. Writing enhances learning, which is important to develop and keep in mind. Perform all the provided activities in the module. Use a separate sheet of paper in answering the exercises. Finish the task at hand before proceeding to the next page. Analyze conceptually the post-test and apply what you have learned. If you encounter any difficulty in answering the tasks in this module, do not hesitate to ask for help from your teacher. At the end of this module, you are expected to A. Improvise simple vocal instrumental accompaniments to selected contemporary Philippine music. New music is the use of improvisations and innovations applied in a composition, combining new music and traditional musical instruments and rhythms. New music composers have different approaches in composing music but are not limited to the usual or common methods. New music composers. New music is the current styles and techniques incorporating various music forms such as ethnic and electronic and other forms. Composers of experimental new music in the Philippines include Jose Maceda, Lucresia Kasilag, Ramon Santos, Manuel Maramba, Jerry Dadap, Francisco Feliciano, Josefino Chino, Toledo, and Jonas Baes. These composers retained the Filipino spirit by incorporating traditional music forms as well as indigenous rhythms and instruments in their compositions. Music activity. Activity number 1. Listening activity. Letter A. Watch and listen to the music composed by Jose Maceda entitled Ugnayan, using the link provided below. And analyze the musical instruments on the given table. Analyze the song Ugnayan using texture, tempo, and beat. And then answer the questions. Answer the question. Number 1. What can you say about musical styles of Jose Maceda? In terms of music, Jose Montzerat Maceda, 1917 to 2004. National Artist for Music, was born in Manila on January 17, 1917. He started his music studies at the Academy of Music in Manila. Later, he went to Paris with Alfred Cortot. Maceda's musical style changed when he encountered the music of the indigenous tribes of Mindoro in 1953. Although his compositional approach tended to be Western in style, Maceda combined sounds of the environment with ethnic instruments. Among his compositions were usually for large groups. Among his works are Ugma-Ugma, 1963, a work for voice and ethnic instruments, Agungan, 1975, a piece for 6 gang families, Pagsamba, 1968, a musical ritual for a circular auditorium using several ethnic percussion instruments, Cassettes 100, 1971, a composition for 100 cassette tape recorders, and Ugnayan, 1974, an ethnic piece played at the same time over several radio stations. Considered as the first Filipino avant-garde composer, he also worked at a recording studio in Paris which specialized in music concrete. Lucresia Kasilag, 1918 to 2008. National Artist for Music, was born in San Fernando, La Union on August 31, 1918. She went to pursue a degree in music at the Philippine Women's University and obtained her master's degree from the Eastman School of Music in New York, USA. Kasilag's composition demonstrated a fusion of Eastern and Western styles in using instruments, melody, harmony, and rhythm. She particularly known for incorporating indigenous Filipino instruments into orchestral productions. Kasilag's composition are Toccata for Percussion and Winds 1959, composed for indigenous Muslim instruments and Western instruments. The Legend of Sari Manok 1963, composed for chamber and Philippine ethnic instruments. Diversified and Concertant 1960 compositions for piano and orchestra combining Western and Eastern forms, harmonies, and intervals. Era 1969, a musical include compositions for piano, instrumental ensemble and chorus. She was equally admired in the academy as a former dean of the College of Music and Fine Arts in Philippine Women's University. President of Cultural Center of the Philippines. President and Music Director of the Bayanihan Dance Company. Chairman of the Asian Composers League. League of Philippine Composers. Ramon P Santos, born 1941, national artist for music. He completed his Bachelor of Music degree at the College of Music, University of the Philippines. He finished his Master of Music degree at Indiana University, USA. Santos' compositional style features romanticism, music seria, and electronic components, combined with indigenous Philippine music elements. His works includes Dingding Nga, Jawa, Nabasag na Banga at iba't iba pang pinag-ugpong-ugpong na pananalita sa wikang Pilipino para sa 16 na tinig, and labad. He has done research on the Jovenese gamelan as well as the music of Ibaloy, Maranao, Mansaka, Bontoc, Yakan, and Boholano tribes of the Philippines. At present he is the head of the UP Center of Ethnomusicology and was appointed Professor Emeritus of the same institution. National Artist in 2014. Fra. Manuel Maramba, born 1936. One of the most accomplished musicians in the Philippines, is best known as a liturgical composer whose body of works leans towards religious figures and events. His versatility as a pianist, composer, arranger, theorist, and teacher is widely recognized. He composed operas like Aba, Santo Niño, La Naval, Lord Tikaya Ukon. 3 Masses for the Papal Mass for World Youth Day 1995. Mass in honor of Saint Lorenzo Ruiz. And many more. Francisco Feliciano. He is an avant-garde composer and conductor for band and chorus born in Morong, Rizal. Feliciano obtained his teacher's diploma in compositional and conducting in Conservatory of Music, University of the Philippines and bachelor degree in University of the Philippines. Is one of Asia's leading figures in liturgical music, having composed hundreds of liturgical pieces, mass settings, hymns, and songs for worship. At the Asian Institute for Liturgy and Music, a school for church musicians which he founded, he supervised the publication for a new Asian hymnal containing mostly works of Asian composers. He is a national artist for music. Josefino Chino, Toledo. Recognized figure in Asian contemporary art scene. He was born March 6, 1959. He received his Master of Music degree from the Cleveland Institute of Music, USA. Among his awards are the following: 10 Outstanding Young Men. International Award for the Arts, Civetella Ranieri Fellowship in Italy. And the Chancellor Awards for Outstanding Music Works, University of the Philippines. Is the founding music director of the Metro Manila Community Orchestra, the UP Festival Orchestra, and the Crosswave Symphony Orchestra. He is noted for conducting the premiere performance of the works of Filipino composers as well as other Asian composers. His own musical compositions have been performed by well-known international artists and ensembles. Jonas Baes, born 1961. Born in Los Baños, Laguna. He enrolled at the College of Music, University of the Philippines in 1977 as a student of Ramon P Santos. While in UP, he encountered the works of Jose Maceda, and researched on the music of the Iraya-Mangyan people of Mindoro, which later began the inspiration for his compositions. From 1972 to 1974, he studied with Matthias Spollinger in Freiburg, Germany. Associate Professor in Composition and Theory, ethnomusicologist, cultural activist, and writer, has explored innovative territories and unusual musical treatments in his works. He is known for writing utilizing unorthodox musical instruments such as beanpod rattles, leaves, iron nail chimes, various Asian instruments such as bamboo scrapers and bamboo flutes, and vocal music using Asian vocal techniques. Discuss the lives and works of the following 20th century Filipino composers and performers mentioned in this video lesson. Point out the characteristics of the musical styles of the above-mentioned Filipino composers. Please like and share this video. Hit the bell icon to be updated with the latest video lesson about music grade 10. Hopefully, this video lesson helped you out on your studies. We appreciate a comment or suggestion on how we can make better videos and lesson.